I think most anyone would agree. It's good the way things have opened up for both men and women. Now everybody has the chance to try out different things, and there's nobody saying, this is for women only, or just men do this. But anytime there are changes, and you begin to break out of old patterns, well, there are bound to be problems too. Even our language has had problems with all the changes. Words like mailman and businessman were fine when only men did those jobs. But now we use mail carrier or business person, words that define a job and don't indicate whether it's a man or a woman. Some people think we shouldn't use the separate titles Mrs. and Miss for married women and single women. They think there should be one title for all women, Ms., just as Mr. is the title for all men. Well, just as our language has problems handling changes, so do people.
I guess my wife and I are an example of people who have taken advantage of the new freedom. We both work at jobs we really like. Because we're both working, I don't have to be so worried about earning all the money. I've even been thinking about starting my own business someday. I couldn't take that risk if we didn't have the security of my wife's income. So with Jane working, it's given me a lot of freedom that I wouldn't have felt otherwise. But it wouldn't be quite honest to say that it's all great and there aren't any problems, because there are. Recently, we've been spending a lot of time trying to decide what to do about a job offer she just got. Jane's been with the same company for 12 years, and they're promoting her to vice president. It would be fantastic for her career, but it means moving to another city. And with my job here, well, it would be rough. I really like my work. So whose career comes first? It's a problem I guess more and more couples will be facing. I've even heard of some who work in different cities and only get together on the weekends. And of course there are some couples who aren't able to work it out and decide to separate. We had a few arguments before Jane and I decided on a solution we're both happy with. She'll be taking that new position, and well, I've been wanting to set up my own business for a long time, so I'm going to leave my job and give it a try. It's a fairly new problem, two careers conflicting like this, but as long as both people want to cope with it, it's not impossible.
What I like about being young today and just starting out together is that there's a lot more freedom for both men and women. Jeff and I are getting married this summer after we finish graduate school, so we have a lot of talking and planning to do. I don't think it's as simple as it used to be. I mean, two people got married, the husband worked, and the wife stayed home and looked after the kids. It was just kind of automatic. But now, because there are more choices, well, there are more decisions to make and more problems that have to be worked out. We're both graduating in engineering, and we're excited about getting out and finding our first jobs. But someday we want to have children. So, with both of us working, well, we have to plan the best time. I suppose we could start right off having children, but then I wouldn't get the experience I want in my work. And if we wait a few years, well, it's rough to interrupt a career and then get back into it. A lot of couples find someone to look after the baby so the wife can go right back to work, but I just don't know if that's the best thing to do. We know it'll be a problem, juggling two careers and a family, but Jeff and I both think it'll be worth it. And we're glad we have the freedom to shape our marriage so it works best for us.
Having the freedom to choose what I want to do, well, it's great. I just have so many more possibilities than my mother or grandmother did. But sometimes having so many choices can be a problem. My favorite things are horseback riding and swimming, but I realize I can't do just that for the rest of my life. Sometimes I think I'll get married and have children, but I'm not certain of that. And even if I did want to, there's no guarantee that would happen. Besides, whether I get married or not, I want to be able to support myself and have a job that's interesting to me. I mean, a man doesn't say, I think I'll get married and have children, as if that were his career. So I know I can't put off thinking about a career, or I'll get stuck with no training and not too many choices.
Sure, it's a long time till I've got to go to work, but if I start thinking about it now, I'll be ready when the time comes.
I'm trying to learn as much as I can about medicine now, because someday I want to be a doctor.
I'm trying out a lot of different things these days, so I can find out what really interests me.
I've got to spend a lot of time helping out on the farm now, but I'm already checking into careers that use a lot of math, because that's my favorite subject.
It's your choice how you want to use the new freedom you have today. There are problems that come with it, though. Some people have found good solutions to them. And some are working on them right now. And all of us will face new problems. But anytime people are allowed to be all they can be, whether it's in their careers, in their interests, or just in expressing their true feelings, there's a new freedom, and that's worth the price of any problem. You're free to be what you want to be, to do what you want to do, and it's really up to you. You're free to see what you want to see, to choose your own destiny, and the choice is up to you. None of us is born to be one thing and not another. We learn to be the things we are. We are not forced to choose one role and not another. It's up to us to find our star. You're free to choose what you want to do, to learn what is right for you, and the job is up to you. 'Cause you're free, 'cause you're free, 'cause you're free.